Mother's Day was yesterday, and here's everything I made for Mother's Day this year. So initially, I actually had no plans to bake anything for Mother's Day this year because the state of the economy is just so hard. And I had just seen a TikTok that said the price of sugar had gone up, and it has gone up. The price of butter has also gone so much higher, gotten so much higher. So I was actually sure I don't want to deplete the current stock that I have. So I was planning, or rather I was intending on not making any baked goods this year. But when my cousin called to place an order for her mom, I was like, since I'll already be baking, let me just bake in general, because I'd already bought gifts for my mom and my sister. So for my first cake, my sister's cake, I did a vanilla cake with blueberry filling. For my mom's cake, I did a vanilla cake with strawberry filling. For our help, I did a vanilla cake with poppy seeds because she really likes poppy seeds. A fourth cake, I did vanilla cake with blueberry filling as well. And then for my auntie's cake, I did vanilla cake with strawberry filling. So yes, all cakes are vanilla because, as I said, price of goods is so high. I just didn't want to be making too many things because even electricity is way too high at the moment. And by the way, do you guys wrap your cake these days? Because I found that wrapping my cakes overnight makes them much softer and much easier to work with. They don't, because I like working with cold cakes, they don't over chill, so I can still trim them immediately when I take them out of the fridge. So yes, so as usual, I did just a very thin first coat, and I remember I was labeling every single cake board because my plan was to make bento boxes for the 6-inch cakes. My cousin's cake was an 8-inch, it was the only big cake. The other cakes were all 6 inches, so I wanted to make bento boxes. So I was labeling so that I can remember which cake is which and use the correct filling, and then give the person who I'm giving with the correct filling. But I still messed up at some point. When I was doing the second coats, I didn't realize that my finger while I'm spinning the cake was rubbing off the marker, but it's all good. So I did a very thin second coat for each and every cake. And also, this was my first time using American buttercream, ABC, in I think since 2016 or 2017. I don't think I've used plain American buttercream, but I decided let me just do ABC this time around. And actually it worked much better thanks to Miss Bailey's recommendations. So for my cream, with simple piping and gold and white sprinkles, because she told me to use that and she really liked it, so I was happy with it. And then for my help's cake, I did a pink cake or pink cream, and here's when I realized I'd done the wrong color, because I wanted to do for my sister a pink cake, but then I realized my finger had been rubbing, so I didn't realize it until later. Also, it's really hard working on someone's cake while they're there in the room with you, because you can't even ask for any recommendations or anything. And then for my sister's cake, I also did purple, a purple cream, and used the same comb as I did for my auntie's cake. And I don't know why I forgot to pipe the border for this cake. Then for the next one, it was for my mom's cake. I did a green cake because that's her favorite color, and used this side of the comb. I don't know, I usually have a love-hate relationship with this icing comb. Sometimes I really like how it turns out, like on this day, and some days I really hate it. And with this one, I also did, what piping did I do? I think I just did a simple piped border. So I was just doing piped borders on top, no side. And then for this cake, I wanted to do yellow cream, and then the icing comb I was using, it just wasn't working out. Like, for some reason, my cake, I think, had sat in the fridge way too long, so it had really set. So when I tried to use a comb, it wasn't working out, so I had to take the cream off, but it wasn't coming out too well. So I decided to mix it with the previous green buttercream and just repipe with a different shade of green. And I don't know, I feel like I had hate for this color beforehand, but now as I'm editing, I actually really like this green. And I've never even used the icing comb I used on this cake, so I'm going to definitely use it another time. Then I also piped a simple border for this cake, but in the end I never used this I never gave this cake out, so I guess we'll just eat it. Now for the bento boxes. At this point, my cousin had already picked up her cake. I forgot to film the end part, like the final part of it. So here's me making the bento boxes for the first time. Oh, okay. I definitely did a border for this cake. So I just made fondant Happy Mother's Day toppers, and then for this cake I just used pink and purple sprinkles, and for the cupcakes I just did purple icing with pink around it for all 8 cupcakes, because I used a 12-hole cupcake box and same sprinkles, and there it is. It was so pretty. I was happy. This was my first bento box. I forgot to film the one for our help, but hers was a pink cake with still gold and pink blue sprinkles. And for my mom's cake I did same thing, parchment paper, put the cake in, then the Mother's Day topper that I made, and the 8 cupcakes. By this point I had run out of buttercream, but I had some whipped cream that I had made for another order. Then I added some gold and white sprinkles on the cake and the cupcakes, and this is how it turned out. All in all, I'm happy I did something, and I'm happy I finally tried bento boxes. So I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye!